Mic check. Hello, hello, hello. Is there anyone alive out there? Is it going to work? I think it's back. I think we're back on. Guys, I don't know what happened. Sorry. Not a clue what happened. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah, he just went down. There's nothing I could have done about it. Did you feel the earthquake? No. What, have we had an earthquake? This is a PS4 Pro with a 2-second blue light of death. I haven't done anything since the live stream cut off. I haven't touched it, not even one screw. 3.2 magnitude. That could be what's wrong with the internet then, if we've had an earthquake. Actually, saying that, I do know what happened. Something fell on top of my main mesh modem, my main mesh pod. So that could have knocked the Ethernet cable out. Mr. Cam, hello. But I haven't felt an earthquake, no. Maybe it knocked the thing out. I don't know. Really? I've got messages again? Yeah, alright then. Alright. People want to try and hack me again, do they? Fuck off. Right. Boom goes the dynamite. You're on flight mode. Bye bye. People are trying to hack me again. Lovely. Of course they am. Right, I'm going to carry on with this. Probably going to only have time to do 2. I've got to be up early in the morning. I'm going to be up at like 6. Blame Copaz. Yeah, I should blame Copaz, shouldn't I? Everyone else does. How do you know it's for hacking? Because I haven't requested a password reset. And I keep getting text messages. Welcome back, thank you. Yeah, I haven't requested a password reset. Giving out your Wi-Fi password. Yeah, that doesn't really matter though. I get a notification on my phone when someone connects anyway. Genuinely, when someone connects to Wi-Fi, I'll get a notification. Alright, this has definitely been messed with. Yeah, so just to catch everyone up, just to bring everyone up to speed on this one. It's got a 2-second blue light of death. And it's not the power supply. But it's had a prior repair attempt by the look of it. So what I'm going to do, the first thing I want to do is just check and see if we get 12 volts out when I press the power supply, when I turn the power supply on. That's going to be the first thing I want to do. Or rather when I turn the console on. It's every time I stream, mate, as well. That's the thing. Every time I stream, I'll get them text messages and someone trying to get into my Google account. It's not going to work because even if they try and get in, I've got a hardware USB key, security key. So even if they got through the password, they still have to use the hardware USB key. So I'm not going to get in. Right. So I've got this plugged in. Sorry, I've got the power supply back in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to plug it in. First, I'm going to check for 5 volts. We should be getting 5 volts at all times. We should get 5 volts at all times. So let's just have a look. So let's ground it. Let's make sure it is grounded. Yes, it is. And 5 volts should be here. And yep, 4.79. Okay. We shouldn't get 12 volts until I turn this on. And we do get 12 volts, but then it drops straight down because obviously it's shutting off. Capacitors hold power for a little while. But it is bumping up to 12 volts. You're not going to see that very well. The screen is very dim on this multimeter. I've got 2-factor, mate. In fact, I've got 3-factor technically. Alright, let's just see if I can get this to show for you. Yeah, it does drop pretty quick, but it is putting out 12 volts. So it's not the power supply. But yeah, I've technically got 3-factor because they either need to verify it through a text message, and then they'd still need to verify it with my hardware USB key as well. You're so wrong, David. Right. It's as secure as I can get it, mate. That's the main thing. Okay, that was bent inwards that time. But I was doing that just to show an example just before the stream died as well. So let me just make 100% sure that it's not. Mind you, it's putting out 12 volts, so it can't be. That's probably just why I was taking it out. It's definitely a board issue. Yeah, I'll probably change my associated email, to be honest. Right, let me just have a quick inspection of this. It doesn't appear to have been reflowed. I can see a bit of a bad solder joint under there though. Let me just, oh shoot, I need my microscope back in. Hang on. Right. Let me just get back onto the microscope. Work. Oh, it just worked as I pressed deactivate. Alright, so yeah, this does appear. It does appear to have a bad solder joint. Let me see if I can get that on camera. I'll sort out the lighting in a second once I get it in focus. Hang on, I need to sort out the lighting first. if I can. It's going to be awkward, this is, to get this to actually display, to actually show up. It's going to be real tricky to get this to show up on camera. Can you see that? There. Let me point to it. Just there. It looks like, it's hard to tell whether that's a bad joint or if it's something under the APU. Really awkward to tell. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that, mate. It's really, really awkward to tell there whether it's a bad solder joint or whether there's something underneath there. But I can see it visibly just here. Obviously, that's difficult to see on camera. Let's see if I can actually get it on this camera. Come on, focus. It's just there. Nah, it's not gonna. That's not gonna show on camera. Oh yeah, there it is. There, you can just about see it. Just about. So it's hard to tell whether that's just something like, say, this has been opened before. What you got to think is this has been opened before. So it's a bad joint somewhere that doesn't get you high. Ask Philip Samuels, he'll tell you. Focus pocus, yes. Yeah, I like that one. So yeah, the 2-second blood is generally caused by an APU communication issue on the board, and what you got to think is this has been opened before. So the question here is, has someone opened it to clean it? They've used something unconventional to clean it and got something stuck under the APU, and then that's what screwed it up. I don't know, but it doesn't look good on that joint, on that solder joint. Visual cues can give you a very good idea of what's going on. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to clean all this off. So I'm going to clean the thermal paste off first because it's going all over my hands. But then I'm going to try just cleaning it, basically. I'm going to try just cleaning it with isopropyl alcohol and a toothbrush and see if whatever it is just a little piece of something that's stuck in there, like a stray object or something that's got under there during cleaning. If not, then I'll go for a reflow, and if a reflow don't work, then I'll probably reball it. But that joint doesn't look good. Right, so that's almost clean. Put some isopropyl alcohol on it. Yeah, so I'm thinking as someone attempted to clean this and they've let something get under there. What I was saying just before the stream went off is the connector for the Wi-Fi antenna is broken. Ellis, thank you, dude. I appreciate that, mate. Thank you for the £20. I will definitely put it towards something for the channel, mate. Thank you. That will probably go towards my next camera. Ah, Mr. Paul Daniels, by the way. Have you, talking of channels and cameras and shizzles, this is the ZV one. Looks absolutely fantastic. But I've now got a, what do you call it? A 4-port Elgato capture card. It's Elgato Camlink Pro. Honestly, they're expensive at £300, but well worth every penny. Well worth every penny. This is the first time we're using it tonight, and I've had not one issue with it. You can. I've got the side cam. There you go. That's pointing on my TV at the minute. Side cam, overhead, microscope. Alright, I've just disabled the microscope like a dick. Hang on. Oh no, I haven't. It's because it's hanging over the edge. Damn it. Yeah, it's hanging over the edge of the table. That's why it's got a black screen. And then I've got game capture as well. That's got no signal, obviously, because it's game capture. So I've got 4 ports on this capture card. It's absolutely awesome. It's Mr. BMT. Thank you for subscribing with Prime. I appreciate that, mate. Phil can eat tonight. Use duct tape on the Ethernet cable. I need to move that pod. That's what I need to do. I need to move that pod. Right, so I've cleaned the APU as best as I'm going to get it clean. But what I want to do is I want to try and clean under it, because if there is something conductive in there shorting out a couple of the pins, then I want to try and get it out without having to mess with it on the BGA machine. So if I can get like a couple of bristles down there or something and just wash whatever it is out, because I'm not entirely convinced that it is just a bad solder joint. It doesn't look good, but I'm not entirely convinced that it's a bad solder joint. I'm kind of undecided on that at the minute. It actually looks like it's cleaned up, to be honest. Problem is, if it is a shorted joint, has it done any damage? If it was a shorted joint, like because of some stray object, that's the only problem. Right, let me just dry that off, and then I'll have another look. Just join the stream. It's a 2-second blot. I was going to get the Madewell 4-port, but that was even more expensive and not on offer sale. Oh, nice. So you've actually got one that works now then. Yeah, I've only ever tried the Camlink equipment. I mean, I've got 2 spare Camlink USBs, I think. Cheap Ass Tech, I think, wants to buy one on the 27th, I think, for 50 quid, and then the other one I'm going to keep as a backup, like as an emergency. That looks okay now. Let me just... Yeah, you know what? That actually does look okay now. Let me see if I can get it under the skull. Right, so it's the same side. Right, I need to get this... I need to get it so it's in focus. Actually, I'll just use the focus ring. That looks a lot better. That does look a lot better under there. This is why we need X-ray machines. Yeah, that looks better. It really does. What do you guys think? It's a PS4 Pro, mate. I didn't feel the earthquake, but my internet has gone down twice tonight, so that could explain it. But I'm in my loft as well, so I don't think I'd feel it up here. Right. That looks a lot better, just cleaning underneath the APU. It does look a lot better. Let's have a look. Let's just try it. Let's just see if it works. I'm going to get rid of the thermal paste off here as well, because, well, I'm going to be replacing it anyway, and I don't want to have to clean up the APU again if I do have to reflow or reball it. I'll just clean up that heatsink. How much do you charge? It varies depending on the fault. If I've got to reball this, I'll charge 65. I'm not going to put thermal paste on. I just want to see if it turns on and stays on. I will put the clamp on, but I'm not going to put thermal paste on. I will put thermal paste on if and when I get the console working. Otherwise, I'm not going to waste my money, because it's a waste of money. So, yeah, I'm not going to waste money if I don't get it working. Especially on these, because it takes a fair amount of thermal paste to actually use on these. Luna's just come back out of a little hidey hole. So yeah, I don't put thermal paste on unless I need to. Hello, Luna. Luna's just come down to rub my leg. Mad storms in Britain. Yeah. Switch light digitizer replacement. I don't even know how much a switch light digitizers cost, to be honest, mate. It's probably going to be about £50, I think, with the cost of the digitizer. What do you want, Luna? Hello. Get off the console. Oi, get off. Luna. Luna. Meow. Luna. Get off the console. Good girl. I inspect the RAM. So now with my cat. Nice. Beautiful pussy. Thank you, Kelvin. 30 volts right now. Oh, you're nasty. Looks like my cat Lulu. Oh, you have a Luna as well? Nice. We changed Luna's name from Oreo. My sister named her Oreo when she was born. My sister named her Oreo because of the, the black and white. And we changed it, when we had her, we changed it to Luna because, obviously, being a streamer, Lewis Rossman has got a cat called Oreo. So I said to my girlfriend, I said, no, we can't call her Luna because we can't call her Oreo. And she chose the name Luna. She's sat on the edge of my desk now. I was like, yeah, we can't call her Luna because we can't call her Oreo because Lewis Rossman's got a cat called Oreo. Inspecting your work, yeah. We think Luna's pregnant. She's never been in the loft until 3 or 4 days ago. I think it was Friday night the first time she ever came in the loft. She's never been up here before. And she's found herself a dark hole, so. Right. Well, that's drained whatever caps was there. Hang on a minute. I haven't even got the LED plugged in. It's not turning on anyway because the fan's not spinning. Yeah, it's still 2 second blood. So I'm gonna drop this on the reflow machine and see if that helps. Actually, I'm gonna pop something underneath. I'm gonna pop a coin underneath the clamp and see if it helps with a little bit of pressure on it. Let's do that. Alright, the trusty 10p piece. Yeah, we think Luna's pregnant. Greetings from Dortmund, Germany. Welcome. Same time the stream died. Did it really? Yeah, I think she's pregnant. Yeah, I think she's pregnant. She has had a lot of male cats around lately, and she's found herself a dark hole. Basically, just behind me, there's a gap between between our bedroom. There's a gap between our bedroom and the bathroom. And there's like a little access point at the bottom of the loft, which I actually created to get to the wiring in there. And she seems to go in there. She seems to like going in there. So I think she's probably planning on giving birth in there, which means I need to try and keep her out of it, to be honest. I'm going to patch it up. No, it's still got a 2 second blood, even with the pressure on it. Right, let's just loosen some of the pressure off. Still 2 second blood. Okay. I still think she's nesting. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Pretty far away from a place. We do have the occasional earthquake. No, it's not going to be a RAM issue, mate. It's going to be something to do with the APU. I mean, it could potentially be something to do with, for example, these 470 microfarad caps, but I've never come across that. Yeah, even with the added pressure, it's not making a change. What do you need to do? What are you referring to with your warranty? I've missed it. Let me see if I can catch it. Why exactly did the APU fail? Because he's soldering the solder balls underneath the APU are crap. Basically, that is literally the TLDR. Can I play Final Fantasy 15? Overheating. If it's still in warranty, send it back. That's what I would do, personally. If it's still under warranty, send it back. It shouldn't be overheating if it's still under warranty. Right, well, the APU looks okay. I can't see any kind of signs of any kind of reballs or reflows or anything like that. Theoretically, it could be something to do with these caps here, but that's very, very rare. Like, I've never come across it myself where any of these have been shorted. The problem is they are low impedance, so you have to really think about what values you're getting on these. And the value we're going to get in resistance mode on these should be around about 2 ohms, I think. Between 2 and 8 ohms. And we get Or is it 0.2 ohms? That's 0.4 ohms, so that seems right. It's a low impedance line. That's 1.5 ohms, so yeah, there's nothing wrong with them caps. But yeah, it is a low impedance line, so it's very difficult to test. You got 1.4 ohms on that. Well, it's dropping around, but yeah, I don't think it's that. I think it's down to the IPU. Nice, Ali. Glad the video has helped, mate. So yeah, I'm gonna bung this onto the BGA machine. It's very unlikely it's going to be anything else. I'm not seeing any more visible signs. There is signs of rework around the HDMI encoder, but that would cause a lung blood, not a 2-second blood. Or usually, let me have a look at that encoder under the scope. Let me just take a nose. BJ machine. Come on, microscope. Turn on. Come on. Right. Just going to get this in focus for me, and then I'll get it in focus for you. Bear with me. Shut up, multimeter. Right. Okay. So, yeah, the signs of some sort of rework around the encoder. Can you see how that's a different colour? So the signs that there's been some sort of flux or something there. But that could be isopropyl alcohol that's just spilt over when I cleaned the APU. Actually, yeah, that's not been changed. Never mind. Yeah, that's factory. Yeah, not been changed. Squeaky seat time. Indeed. Can you put multimeter on screen? Unfortunately not. Unfortunately I can't. I've not got that multimeter anymore. It died. Yeah, so that looks factory. So it could have just been isopropyl alcohol that's spilt down. Alright. Let's just inspect the APU itself. Make sure it's not cracked. You do get that sometimes. It appears fine. Alright. Cool. Phil killed what? Yeah, you can post it once, mate, but there's a lot of channels being posted, so you're welcome to post it once, but I need to start cleaning up some of the links because it's nothing but spam links. Well, not spam, it's nothing but posting links on the Streambot and stuff, so you're welcome to post it once and then I'll sort out Stream Elements another time, but post away Keith, you're a mod. Yeah, but it's not about that. It's about if one person posts it, everyone's going to think they can spam links, and it's not really fair if I say yes to one person and no to another. That's the problem. Yeah, it's not the power supply. I checked that before the stream died, mate. It's not the power supply. But you are right, it can be caused by a power supply issue. I'll never just go straight in and reflow these. That would be kind of foolish. Right, I'm out of flux on that one. Yeah, it would be kind of foolish just to see a 2-second blood and then just assume that it's the APU and just reflow it or re-pour it without at least doing an inspection and test. And I think I've done as many tests as I possibly can, really. There's not really that many tests you can do without having some very expensive equipment. Right, okay, so who killed the chip, mate? Okay, BGA cam time. We have a BGA cam now. When it turns on, there you go. And let me just adjust it. Yeah, so it's BGA cam time. Sorry, Luna, if I step on your head. Luna's sat literally right by the loft hatch. Right. So yeah, I'm going to put this down to a bad solder joint, especially with how it looked earlier on. Damn it, I'm trying to take the battery out from the wrong side. There you go. So there goes the battery. Luna, that wasn't food. Okay, lined up. Yep. A lot of people secure these boards in. I don't. I never secure the board in. Right, I'm just going to leave that to run. That profile. Luna, that wasn't food that fell down there. It was a screw. Luna's going to jump down now. Go on then. See you later. Well, you will decide to come into the loft. That's why it's difficult for you to go in. Get out. Silly cat. Yeah, I appreciate that, BMT. Sorry, I didn't see that chat, mate. Sorry. I appreciate that, though. Thought I missed your stream. No, I've been having internet issues, mate. Right, so I'm going to leave that to run. Yeah, it is running. It's on 35 degrees on the bottom plate. So now I'll just wait. I think because of the internet issues, I think I'm only going to have time to do one more tonight, like this one. I have got to be up early. Well, now it's just a case of wait and hope that it fixes it. So I'm going to wait for this to reflow, and then once it's finished, I'll stop the profile, run down, grab a coffee, come back, and it'll be cool by then. So, yeah. Na 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 na. Oh dear. Do you repair old consoles? I do PS3 original, PS3 backwards compatibles, but I won't do the other ones because it's not viable. I will do the PS3 backwards compatibles, but that's it. Right, let me see if I can zoom in on the Logitech camera. Right, that's the best I'm going to get. What's the new rules? No more lockdown. Yeah, no more isolation if you've got COVID, apparently. This is the Achi IR Pro SC. Yeah, it is a reflow machine, mate. Yeah, well, BGA rework machine, yeah. It's the Achi IR Pro SC. Pretty good machine, to be honest. I have a PS1 backwards compatible. Oh, dear. No, apparently they're scrapping the isolation in the UK now. I don't know. That's what they say. It's just another way for him to take the attention off Boris. I'll guarantee it. He wants people to forget about it. Fancy. It is indeed. Well, it's not, isn't it? It's pretty much an entry-level BGA machine. I mean, Lewis's BGA machine's fancy. You know, it's got built-in X-ray machine and stuff. Like, this is just bedroom tech BGA machine. You could emulate games from older systems, could you? I never go into that. I did play. I did used to play Game Boy games on the SNES. How cheap can you get an original PS4 fan? Original PS4 fans are pretty difficult to come across. Even I haven't got any of them now. Say no to Bojo. I agree. I don't normally vote, but I'm going to be voting at the next general election, or whatever the hell you call it. I don't normally vote. I don't normally vote, but I'm gonna this time, just to make sure that I don't vote for Bojo. Or just to make sure that he gets one less vote. I don't give a shit who gets it. I couldn't really give a shit. I don't listen to the government. I live my life and that is it. Fuck the government. I follow the law. You know, I abide the law. I follow the law. I don't listen to the government. It's like I've not listened to any of that COVID crap since it started. But then again, I don't go out anyway, so I haven't really needed to. Bojo's giving a vote of no confidence. He won't get a vote of no confidence, mate. Right, that is on 216 degrees Celsius on the bottom plate. And it's just kicked in for the top plate. So that's at 26 degrees, 28 degrees. Which is nice because that means that the temperature's still accurate. Apparently it's 18 degrees Celsius in here right now, according to this thermal probe. I don't normally use thermal probes, but just because people whine when I don't use them, I'll pop it on. Should be about 120 degrees on the top plate. Let's have a look. Or rather on the top of the board at the minute. Yeah, it's slowing down at 110, so it is about 120 degrees Celsius on the top. Crack an egg on it. You could actually cook an egg on this. I cooked popcorn on it once, didn't end well. Yeah, 123 degrees and rising slowly. That's actual board temperature. If it don't work, I'll attempt to reball. I do have the stencil. I'm shit with stencils though, so if I can't get it to reball without the stencil, I'll just reball it tomorrow for a video off manually. Because I definitely ain't got time to reball by hand, but I am shit with stencils. Like real shit with stencils. I'm worse than Lewis Rossman with stencils. Coffee and cigarette time. Sounds about right. Oh dear. Right, 137 degrees directly on the APU. Well, on the edge of the APU. It's not done yet. It's nowhere near done yet. Just had to do a switch CPU by hand. Oof. See, I can use the switch CPU stencil, but that's a magnetic stencil. My problem with the direct heat stencils is I can never get them to stay in line. I know how to do it, I just suck at doing it. Just going to spread it again. Well, yeah, pretty much. He'll change his mind as soon as the attention has been took off him. I'm still not having a vaccine. Yeah, I agree. Every man should know how to handle his balls. Yeah, I agree. It's the fact that I tried to force people to get the vaccine. I'm still not having it. I don't care. I don't care what anyone says. I'm not having the vaccine. Don't want it. If I want to put myself at risk, I'll put myself at risk. The thing is, it doesn't stop you transmitting it, and it doesn't stop you catching it. So, all it does is lowers the effects on you. If I catch COVID, I wouldn't go to the hospital anyway, so fuck him. Yeah, all the original fans are rare, yeah, because well, they're genuine. People really want them. Right, the top plate is reporting it's on 154, and just on the edge of the APU, it's reporting 148. Let's try and measure directly on top of the APU. Hello, Luna. It's not going to give me a direct reading. We're on 180 on the top plate. There's still isopropyl alcohol underneath the APU, it's spitting. It's not a bad thing. Isopropyl alcohol's never going to hurt it, but it's occasionally spitting out isopropyl alcohol. Third-party fans, they're easy to get, to be fair. But everyone's after original fans. Like, everyone's always after original fans. Where's Luna gone? I think she's gone into a little hidey hole. Top plate's on 200. And increasing. Smoking now, boys. Stick your finger in and see how hot it is. If it's anything more than 440, if it's anything hotter than 46 degrees Celsius, it's going to burn me. So, human skin can only withstand up to 46 degrees Celsius. I'm just coming in every so often, just give it a tap. I don't want to leave it on for longer than it has to be. It's 202 degrees Celsius on the top now. Very close to solder melting point. Problem is, every ball has got to be melted, so every ball's got to be the same temperature. I'm looking for it to start moving. Just waiting for that moment when it starts moving. Come on, you've got to be pretty close by now. There we go. Not sure if that's coming across on camera. If it's not, then there's nothing I can do. Right, let's make sure that clears it. And it does. There we go. Stop that. Turn that top fan on. Get rid of the heat from there. It moves. They give you a $50 gift card to get it. Jesus Christ! If that's not bribery, I don't know what is. I'd still not get it. Like, I'd give 500 and I still wouldn't get it. Being ignored. I can't see all the chats. I can see the bottom 2 lines and that is it. And if I'm not looking at it, then yeah. If I don't reply, you just type it again. I will reply eventually. You got to think there's over 300 people watching between Twitch and YouTube. Why don't I use the left and right PCB support? I just don't think it's needed. I've never needed them. I could use them, but I just don't think it's needed. Plus, I want the APU a little bit higher than what the support give. So if I was to clamp that in with these, or do you mean these? Do you mean these sidebar things here? I just don't use them. Right, now that's cooling down. I'm gonna start to clean off some of this flux. Start to clean it off while it's still warm. Like the solder's not molten anymore, so I can safely clean it off. The solder's had enough time to harden. It's not at a point where I can put IPA on it yet. Did that come across on camera? When I nudged it. I don't know if it did or not. So I can't see my screens from here. Like, bear in mind I'm at the edge of my workbenches. So I can't really see my screens. Right. Okay. So there's that. Seen it move, sweet. Yeah, I wouldn't get any. I wouldn't do any 360 repair at all. They're just not viable. And most of the issues with them is down to the chip itself and not the it's down to the chip itself and not the solder balls. So a reflow isn't really a repair, whereas these, the issue is down to the solder balls. It's a common known fact. Kuno, welcome. I'm trying to read chat, by the way, guys. I just can't see it all. Audio cutting in and out on your headset. Maybe some sort of signalling issue. Right, let's just spray it with IPA. Could ultrasonic the board, but it's kind of pointless. One good thing about having the BGA machine here is there's a fan just off to the side, and it blows that way towards my bench, like towards my main bench. So in the summer I can use it to cool myself down. There we go. Nice and clean. Let's give it one more spray and then wipe down with a microfiber cloth. Microfiber cloth that needs washing. I like to get these boards clean after I've had any kind of rework, especially on the APU. We don't want any contaminants. Right, there we go. It's cool enough to touch, so it's cool enough to move. And overhead, there we go. Sweet. Yeah, there we go. Let's inspect this under the scope and just make sure that it hasn't popcorned or anything. Microscope. Right, where's my IPU? There it is. Do. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. No popcorning. No popcorning. There we go. Sweet. Right, I'm going to put this. I'm going to leave that cooling fan on, so you might get a bit of background noise for a minute. The reason I'm putting the cooling fan on is because I want to cool it down. Because if it needs reballing, then I'm going to have to use the machine again, and I don't want it to be. I don't want it to be a different temperature to what it normally is. So, yeah, if I cool it down now, then I know it's going to be ready to reuse if I need it. Well, I'm not putting thermal paste on until I see it working. If I see it working. Oh, that cold breeze is actually pretty nice. Look, the cold breeze coming off the fans. Luna's sat on the floor right in front of where my BGA machine is. Right in front of where I would stand if I'm using my BGA machine. So she's saying, nope, no more reflows for you tonight. Okay. Right, let's see if this works, shall we? Okay, for some reason, every single time I unplug the bench power supply or re-plug it back in, my TV loses signal temporarily. Very strange. Alright, I'm going to hold it in my hand because I've got an exposed board. Ah, you rat bastard. Still 2-second blood. It moves, it moves. Hang on, why is my camera crashed? What the hell? You mother piece of shit. Still 2-second blood. Oh, I've got it, mate. Don't worry, mate. I've got it. Right. It's 12:30, which means I've got 90 minutes to do this. At the latest. Alright, back on the BGA machine it goes. Back on the BGA machine it goes. This time, mic's working. The mic is working. Reball! Okay. Oh, no, wrong one. Hang on. Side cam. There we go. No, not the side cam. Hang on. BGA machine. That's the one. I'll get it right. Eventually, I'll get it right. Alright. Okay. Turn the fans off and turn the machine on. Right. Oh, actually, no. I'm gonna go grab a fresh cup of coffee before I turn the machine back on again. I'm gonna grab a fresh cup of coffee. So I'll be back in a minute, guys. Hello. Right. I've just started that. Oops, sorry. No worries, Anonymous Prepare. Have a good night, mate. Thank you, Mohammed. Right. Okay. So, yeah, that's running the profile again, but this time I'm going to lift the chip off. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to multitask. I'm going to take the stencil and I'm going to clean it. I've actually got a PS4 APU in here. I better not get that mixed up. No, I've actually got one inside the stencil, look. Well, partially reboard, not fully. I'm pretty sure that's off another board, which I was going to just reboard just for the sake of having one lying around for APU swaps. Right, so I need to clean my stencil. Can I email you about the £60 switch you repaired? You can. What's it regarding now, mate? I'm pretty sure I actually fixed that. I think it was a bad Joy-Con rail. I think I had a batch of Joy-Con rails. Right, I'm just warming up my BGA stencil because there's flux on it. Like the actual jig. So I need to clean it, but I need to melt the flux that's on there so as I can clean it fully. I'm going to give you all a warning now. I suck with stencils. I'm probably not going to be able to do this, and I'm probably going to have to do a manual reboard tomorrow. Because I suck with stencils. I really do. And when I say I suck, I mean I suck. Oh, hang on. Let me move my coffee. So I'm just cleaning the stencil out at the minute. But yeah, I really do suck when it comes to using stencils, so I'm not going to pretend I'm great. I'm better at manual reboarding than I am with a stencil. A lot better. Half the time the balls don't line up properly, or they come out of line and I get frustrated and end up manually reboarding them. But I'm not going to be manually reboarding nothing tonight because I've got to take my stepson to school at 6:30 tomorrow morning because he's going to London for 2 days. Or rather 6:30. So I've got to take him to school in 6 hours. So I'm only going to get probably 3 hours sleep after I've eaten. By the time I finish streaming. I picked the wrong day to stream, to be honest. I did pick the wrong day to stream. Sarah might have a new job as well. My girlfriend Sarah. She might have a new job soon. She's just had a DBS check back today for